All right, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome to the live. This is Coach Jay. Hello, hello, hello. You know what? Let me put this in here too. I forgot. Um, Hello, everyone. I am excited. Today is Wednesday. Come on in. I am so excited about today. All right, y'all. Give me hearts if you are watching. I have YouTube on and up as well, just in case things go awry with Substack. You know how Substack do. And but I also have a quick announcement before we get started on our conversation today, dealing with we need to market more and we just need to get serious about it and we have to stop loose footing, right? If you can hear me, give me some hearts. If you can hear me, if you can see me okay, give me some hearts. Or give me a one in the chat. But I wanted to let you all know that the Soul Stacker Writing Intensive is now open for regular enrollment. So if you are interested in coming on through, if you are subscribed to the Digital Lead Her newsletter, go to the to my newsletter, and then there's a tab. If you are in the community chat, I will definitely drop the link. Or if you want to get the link in the DM, just send me a DM on Substack or Facebook and say, "Hey, Coach, I want to go ahead and enroll." Put me in, Coach. Put me in. All right. Okay. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that because we have to get our skills together. We have to get our skills together. We've got to push the needle when it comes down to our businesses. We got to push the needle where when it comes down to our purpose, our businesses, we have to push the needle. That's very important. We have about one more week before the writing intensive ends with the current cohort, and it has been an amazing experience. So much so that these ladies are coming back for the next cohort. So that lets you know our retention game is super, super on point. Like I'm so proud of them. So proud of the ladies. So anyway, we have to market though. We have to market. Y'all saw what I talked about with what's her face? Holly, Holly Bailey. Okay. I have to pause before I say her name because people will butcher her name. They'll call her Haley and all this other stuff. So I have to remember that it's like Holly Berry. You know, Holly Berry. Okay. So so I just have to make sure I say her name right. Anyway, I talked about this morning how it is super uber important that we pay attention to building communities that will allow us to build with. They'll see us growing. They'll see what type of um programs or offers, even in her case, music, products, whatever that is that's coming out, and being able to be a little vulnerable with your community, right? To be a little vulnerable. I think some people raise up some really good points. Like um they were saying that when she had her baby, right, she got pregnant during the peak of her career in so many ways, which was during the Little Mermaid marketing whole fiasco. And people were just like, girl, beware of him, beware of him. And I'm not going to, I want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, what I'm talking- if you don't know who I'm talking about, read the news, read the essay because I talk about it in the essay. Um, But everybody was saying, like, be aware, right? Just be careful of this guy. And she ended up getting pregnant by him and really got snarky on Twitter or X, if you will. Um, and it disappointed her fans, and people started to kind of distance themselves away from her. But this is the thing. I really believe that a lot of people followed her during that time because they wanted to be in the drama because of the DDG thing, right? They love, people love drama. They love drama more than getting themselves better, right? People love drama more than uh, um, living a better life for themselves, right? They love a good drama moment. So a lot of people I felt followed her just to keep up with the foolishness. Okay, so now this album has come out, and a lot of people did not respond. And to bring insult to injury, I saw her post on her, I think it was TikTok, but I think it was somebody did it, and they posted a clip of her doing yoga saying, "I'm just grateful," and da 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 da. That girl stressed. I don't care what nobody say. That girl stressed, and it's okay to be stressed because you didn't get the results that you wanted. Sometimes it's okay to be grateful. I'm so grateful for everyone. And a lot of times we don't expect, right? We don't expect us to slam dunk. So we would rather brace ourselves for disappointment by saying things such as, "Oh, I only care about my little community. I'm not trying to go mainstream. I'm not trying to have a whole lot of people. I just want something really, really kind of intimate and come on, y'all. Don't leave me out here by myself. You know how we do. We do this. We will say the things that we feel are, kind of make it look like we are all right if X, Y, and Z doesn't happen. We are not going to be okay. I know how we get. I know how we get because we want to shield ourselves and protect ourselves from disappointment because we didn't put in the work beforehand. And people will easily result to that it is Beyonce's fault. It's Beyonce's fault that this girl flopped. She didn't put any money and she really didn't help them market. I'm gonna help y'all with this. Yes, the baby daddy thing and the baby daddy drama had a lot to do with it. I will agree. Okay, it did have something to do with it. Then number two, you gotta remember everybody ain't got the work ethic of Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. I'm gonna say something. I'm probably gonna get bit for this, but it's okay. Like for example, Kelly Rowland. Okay, I love me some Kelly Rowland. I love her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I think she has and it just makes me mad when I think about it because I'm like, this girl really could have been like bigger than what she is, but whatever. And some people say, well, that's okay. Maybe she want y'all be quiet because that girl want to be famous. She went through a whole therapy thing when she had one of the albums that came out where she talked about how she was trying not to be jealous of her sister. Y'all remember the album? Y'all remember the album? She talked about this. She was very transparent. I see my sister doing this, and she talking about B. But then to even add a little bit onto that, Michelle soared up to number one on the charts during that time in gospel. Okay, Kelly just has it. She has it. She just don't know what to do with it. And she's a star, in my humble opinion. But everybody work ethic ain't there. And this is another thing too. Just because you got the skills, just because you got the potential, just because you have the talent, it don't mean a hill of beans if you don't know what to do with this stuff. Now you can say in your mind that I'm just having fun. I'm just, out there. You trying to make money. And a lot of people do the little bit here. And look, as I'm talking to you, I have this talk with myself. We do just enough to keep ourselves in the game. And we just kind of floating in, floating out. You are going to have to get serious about what you want to do. And it doesn't matter how skilled you are. Everybody should know who I am. They do, but are you making sure that that happens? You can't go live on something one day and then we don't see you no more for 3 weeks. Do you not understand that the attention span of people right now is slim to none? Everybody quiet. You gotta realize that the work ethic of some people is not going to match up to number one. Now, y'all can say back and forth, colorism has something to do with it and all this kind of stuff. Look at Kelly Rowland when she came out as an opener for the Brandy and Monica tour. Now let's just go here. Brandy and Monica have not really been out in years. Years. Okay? Kelly is more relevant than they are. And I think people were saying, like, well, why don't Kelly have her own tour? That girl does not have the discipline or the work ethic. She just doesn't. And I think she knows that. And people were like, this the only look she had, her black outfit with, and it was cute. And she got body. But when it comes down to work ethic, I'm talking about the work ethic. Just because she's talented, just because she's great, just because she can sing, just because she's amazing, right? It doesn't mean hill of beans if your work ethic doesn't match up to the skill sets. And people say, oh, you're being negative. I'm doing case studies because we got to look at it for what it is, that it don't matter. People don't care about that. Holly, they don't care. I'm saying it with my southern dialect. They don't care. Christina said, I told myself this morning, if Walmart market still, regardless of being the largest in the nation, I could do more posts today. I told people, if Walmart, if Target, if look, Nicki Minaj, if Cardi B, if all these people have to get on the World Wide Web to tell you about their next album, is despite of how big they are, that lets you know what makes you think that you're bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program. That's why I tell people, like, you're not bigger than the program. You're not bigger. They have to. I mean, everybody knows these people's name, but if you don't talk about what you have going on, if you don't talk about your program, if you don't talk about your offer, if you don't talk about the courses that you have, if you don't invite people to your Substack, if you don't invite people to your email newsletter, if you don't invite people to your email list, then nobody's going to know about it and they're not going to come. And don't think you have arrived. And you know what? And see, our issue is this: a lot of us don't want to be seen. A lot of us do not want to be seen. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to seem like we're trying to do the most, or what. I don't want to. And see, this is the one that really gets on my nerves. I don't want to burn out. I don't want to burn out. What are you talking about? You ever done anything to burn out from? What are you saying? You should be, look, like my best friend say, I should be the hardest working person in my business. If it's just you, then nobody should outwork you in your own company. What are you talking about? You are an entrepreneur. You are a CEO of your own company. Where are y'all getting this from? You know where you're getting it from? People that want to tell you that's already $1 million plus a month. And you sit there and listen to them and you say, you know what, you're right. You haven't even hit 10. You don't even know what it's like to hit $10,000 a month in your business. You don't even know what it's like to hit 20,000. So why are you listening to people that say a million a month? Because they're not even talking to you. I'm gonna tell you what's the big burnout for me. I'm gonna tell you what's the big burnout for me. When you are working a 9 to 5, okay, working a coaching business, serving clients, and having a market, and that's the biggest burnout to me. I always tell people, hurry up so you can come at the 9 to 5, make your money. Okay, make your money so you can come out and so you can have freedom and be able to market, because your marketing is going to be 80% of the day. And um if you ain't got no clients, then obviously don't quit your job yet. But you need to be pedal to the metal all marketing or automated some kind of way. You need to be automating posts. One of my the ladies in my community, I laugh at her every time. Michaela, she said, coach, I didn't schedule my content every 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I told that's what I'm talking about. Every 30 minutes, we need to see a post from you. What are you talking about? If you got stuff going on, like you working a full-time job, or you're gonna be traveling or whatever, automate that stuff. I know you can't really do it on Substack notes, But every 30 minutes on some of these other apps, you need to be posting. What is the problem? You got AI to help you with this stuff, y'all. Why do we do that? Why? Why do we? Oh my God. Y'all, you could just tell AI, I need, I don't know, 30 posts. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I need to be seeing you on my timeline. Somebody asked me, what coach, I'd be feeling like, do you even get some sleep? What makes y'all think that I don't get I get sleep? It's something called metrical. I schedule my stuff. And see now, see, I don't even do as many lives. See, this is when I need to be doing lives. I need to be doing lives every day like I used to. Now, see, I did my, let me tell y'all something. 2019 to 2020, what, 4? I would say even 2023, not 2024, because 2024 is when I started kind of skipping days. Baby, 2019 to 2020, 3, almost every day you got a live from Jay. That's how I started my digital. Before I did full-fledged coaching, I sold digital courses. And I would do something called Lunch and Learn on Instagram. That's my old Instagram account. I went live on Instagram every day at 12. In fact, let me tell you how bad it was at first when I first started. My best friend was the only one on my live for like 2, 3, 4 months. It will be people trickling in, coming in, sitting for a couple of seconds, and they'll leave. But my best friend will be the only one on there. And I remember crying and saying, "Girl, I'm not gonna do this. This is stupid." And she said, "Girl, you better keep going. You better keep going." Da, 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 da. And that was the same year she started her YouTube channel. And baby, her YouTube channel is on and popping. She got like, I know, like 50,000 on her YouTube channel. YouTube is like pretty much paying her rent and more. But she is a marketing beast for sure, right? She's a marketing beast for sure. And she's in real estate. But I say all that to say is that after that, when I say I'm not going to give up, I'm just going to keep going. I promise you, all that started to pull, it started to beef up. People started coming, people started making their way to the live. They started staying, they started asking questions. And I started to sell my digital product, my first digital product. I'll never forget, it was like $37, something like that. And it was a 10-year guide thing, planning guide. And when I tell you, people not only were buying it, but they were telling social media at that time, like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." Jada's, and look, I had the free version of Canva during that time. I made that thing. See, we ain't have AI like that back then. We had to do everything from scratch. So that's why I tell people, don't tell me nothing, honey. I came from the trenches where you ain't have AI to make up stuff. That's why I say if AI go away, I'm good. Because I know how to I know how to write from scratch. I know how to do it. But see, this is the thing. I went live all the time. That's why I said I not saying I pay my dues because I still got dues to pay. I ain't there yet. It looked like I am. Thank God. I say that with all humility, but I ain't there yet. I can do more. I ain't arrived because guess what? The business that I'm building has to last past me. The only difference between 2019 J and 2025 J is some years. My age changed, but the mission didn't. I mean, come on, somebody. My age changed, but the focus did not. I don't look the same that I did at 2019. I don't think. I mean, I was snatched in the waist, much smaller than I am now. But but the mission is still the same. So when we get into these, I should have already arrived. I look at people like Marie Folio. I look at Anyala Van Zant. I look at Marissa Peer. I look at Grant Cardone, Gary V. I look at Marie Went. I look at all these different gurus and experts who still go every day. They go hard every day. When I say go hard, no, I'm gonna say go hard because I'm tired of sugarcoating. Because I used to say, well, don't work hard. No, hard. Yes, they go hard every day because that's what they do, and this is why they stay relevant. This is why they stay with the millions because they keep going. I gotta from now on. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop trying to sugarcoat what it takes. Because see, you up against a different beast than you were, and we're gonna tell the truth, shame the devil. You're in a different era than we were in 2020. So I have to talk a little hard to you because this is probably a good thing I need to do because I need to let people know that it takes a work ethic to make it out here. I'm just being 100. And it's time for us to stop babysitting people's feelings and tell the raw truth. Even if it means that I lose you because you're engaging in loser based behavior, I can't help you with that. And nobody's gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you what they need to tell you so that you'll enroll in their programs and things like that. But I always tell people, I say I don't sugarcoat how much you have to show. You have to show up. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Even if you run ads, you have to show up. Amen, somebody. I mean, what? Well, I need to be figuring out how to. Okay, well, figure it out, but you need money to do that. Do you have somebody that's gonna give you some money borrowed against, and it's a loan or a grant that you can probably? But even some grants, you gotta have money to push against it and get reimbursed. Everything ain't money first. It takes guts now, and I'm gonna add this too. Like I'm looking at the Halle Baileys of the world, and the Chloes and the Kelly Rowlands. These people that have to keep working. If you're in the States, let me help you with something. I'm gonna tell you this. I told people this is a raw truth. If you're in the US, you're gonna be working, baby. You need to be working. And if you don't have the skills or the work ethic and you need somebody to boost you and push you, I don't understand why y'all don't invest in yourselves. If you know you can't do it and you can't stay on top of stuff, you need to get some help. And if you don't want the help now, I mean, more because see, we all of us want to be the exception. We want to be a story that we can tell people like I didn't have to do all that. I did this. That's not where you at. And I'm not being negative. That's just facts. Sometimes you got to call yourself to the carpet and say, "You know what? I really be jacking around. I really can do more and I really can do better and I really need somebody to push me." I was that person. I had to humble myself and find me a coach, which I did get, and I hired several coaches and I still hire coaches to help me to push myself over to the next level because I get comfortable just like anybody else. Amen, somebody. So you have got to realize we're in different times, and the United States, especially in the States, you're going to be working. And if you think that bucking out the system by saying, "Well, I'm not going to do all this because they just want to take from us," and da da da, what do you think they do to poor people? Are you kidding me? There is no middle class. That's done. They said it today. This man said the top and the bottom. He said the top and the bottom when it came down to AI. It was on Yahoo Finance this morning. I forgot what but when he said it, I said he didn't even say the middle class. There is no middle. We're in it. You either got it or you don't. Did y'all know that? Did you get the memo? I don't do poor well. And if that means that I'm going to be playing the system's fiddle, I'm going to be playing the system's fiddle because I don't do lack. Mm-mm. I got a baby to feed. That's why I told people like we got stuff to do. I got places I have to go. I have people to meet. Like, are you kidding me? And you got to start saying stuff like that. Like, do you want to be a loser by default because your work ethic is trash? Have you posted anything today? Have you posted an article? What makes you think you're exempt? What makes you think you're bigger than the program? These are questions you have to ask yourself. There are universal principles, absolutely. Law of assumption, absolutely. There are, and see, this is our problem. We think manifestation and all these things is just doing nothing, right? And just sitting on a hiney. Now, there are ways to do that, but if you're going to participate in capitalism in a business, you're going to have to participate in capitalism and you're going to have to market. And if you think, now I've said this before, and I got to be careful because I'm on YouTube today. I'm on YouTube and Substack. And I'm gonna have to be a little cautious when I say these words. Now, I like, I'm not mad at what happened in New York. You already know what I'm talking about. But y'all forgot that they don't fly here in the U.S. of A. Baby. Mm-mm. This is capitalism. You may think they're gonna give him a run for his money, baby. All them and anybody that go up there, they're gonna give him a run for your money. I'm gonna tell you the safest place to be is out of the way and building wealth for yourself. That's how you stay above this stuff. You have to get rich though before you get wealthy. I want everybody to know that too. You have to get rich before you get wealthy. You have to get rich before you get wealthy. And it means you got to get to a place where your money starts working for you so that you can reduce the labor, so you can reduce the work. But there are people right now that are still working because they have taxes to pay. They have things that they have people they have to pay. Right? They got payroll. They got all kinds of tools and systems and things that they have to do, travel, all of these pieces. You're not above the program. And this is not to knock anybody down, but this is to serve notice that you got to get up from where you are and you're going to have to make a decision. And that's why I tell people if you are not trying to build or if you're not trying to go higher than where you are, you probably don't need to follow me. You probably don't need to be attached to nothing I got going on because I'm gonna continue to talk like this until the cows come home. We gotta focus, especially, and that's why I say a lot of y'all got kids. You got responsibilities, and if you got aging parents, don't think you finna get off scot free, especially if you live in a familial state where it's state law that you have to take care of your parents and fulfill their financial obligations. I got both of my parents still alive. I had to help them. I told y'all I had to they been sick. Both of them had surgery the same day. I'm the oldest. I'm it. I have sisters, they're much younger than me, but they have a whole family. They have way more things than, I got the most going on in my humble opinion, but it's neither here nor there. But but I'm the oldest. Right? So a lot of the stuff falls on me. And that's okay because it is what it is. I can't sit here and talk about my trauma. That's a waste of time. I don't have time to talk about trauma. I don't have time to talk about, well, I didn't get a chance to live out my girl. Be quiet. Because at the end of the day, the bill is coming to you. Amen, somebody. Come let's be real with it. Y'all got to start talking to yourself like, girl, I'm grown. That's why I told people, like, I ain't got no husband. I ain't got no sugar daddy. I'm it, and I'm okay with that. That's another thing you gotta remember, like, you have to be okay with that, baby, because you probably stress me out even more. I'm telling you, men will stress you out. They not all of them, but you know what I'm saying. And I love men. But I have to be real with myself that it is time for you to step your game up when it comes down and stop looking at what you are not doing and what you're not getting and which why my childhood da 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 and I didn't get and I'm doing the work on myself. You are an adult. Go in the shower and cry like the rest of us. Wipe your face and get out the shower and take care of business, adult. Ma'am, sir. This is ridiculous. It's loser based behavior at its finest. And it's really slowing you down. And you need to be on these apps posting your life away. Because what else do you have going on? Poverty? Don't you know poverty is more expensive? It's more expensive. To be poor is more expensive than being it's I'm telling you. Because you not only are you paying for it without having the money, but you're paying for it in your mental health. I would rather have woo, I got so much money, I don't know what to I got so all this money. Baby, think about what you're saying. Burning out, there's help for that. It's called spas. It's called therapy. It's called massage therapy. It's called retreats. It's called help. It's called building a team. It's called getting somebody to stand in for you while you do this and the third, a project consultant or something like that to handle your day to day while you take a rest. It's gonna cost you something. But what I think is happening as well is that you have to start calling yourself to the carpet. You have to start standing on business about you. I'm gonna insert this here. We're gonna keep going. The Soul Stacker. Okay, the Soul Stacker writing intensive is now open. If you are interested in being a part of this 6 week intensive, okay, you need to get your booty in there. We start on the 2nd. Get your booty in there. It is now open for enrollment. Okay. The full price is $597, and then we have a couple of payment plans for you. If you are a paid subscriber and you want to enroll, you need to send me a DM or some type of message either on Substack or Facebook, and I have to send you the code for you because your code is different. If you need third party funding or financing help, like, a firm or Afterpay or Klarna, there is a separate link that's on that page. It's on my email newsletter. Okay. So it's out there. It's out there. You need to read it. Make sure you want to do it because it's 6 weeks with me. You have homework and everything. And we tracking. It's a new cohort. We have, I don't know how many seats left. We got the ladies coming back from the one that's getting ready to end. They coming back the next time. We got some more students that enrolled over the past few days. You need to get in there. You need help. And then on top of it, like I said, you need to build a community. Y'all ain't doing that. You're not building community. You have to have an understanding of the psychology behind this stuff. Because some of us just doing content and I'm just posting, but you don't have a method or a strategy to it. You got to have a strategy. What's your structure looking like? What are you offering? What does that look like? And then y'all are too sporadic. You need to have some structure around what you're doing. If you're not going to do it and then you're bullheaded and hard headed, no, it's not going to do well. And you got to stop making excuses as to, like, I know I ain't going to do right. When are you going to do right? Because it's just right to do right. We got to stop doing that. I hear that all the time. I just got to get, coach, I just know I ain't focused. Okay, so when is it going to, that's crazy to me. I never seen people that's just okay with being losers because that's losers to me. I'm being honest with you. That's loser behavior. I'm just I just got to get my focus. Okay, so that's why nothing is happening. That's why nothing is going on. And you're busy all the time. You need to have some fruit beyond all this labor that you're doing. Like you're putting out content. I see you and I'm proud of you. But when are you going to say, like, I got to get some girth behind this? Don't you want some results at some point? I mean, if you're doing posting for a whole year, you've never had a client. Don't you think it's time to get some help? I mean, if you're doing all that, what are we doing it for? Something has to come out of the labor. And it could just be some tweaks that you need to do. It needs to be some help that you need to, but you've got to be open and you've got to go all in. Ain't no sugarcoating this, ain't no half doing. You got to believe in yourself more than anybody else do. You can borrow my belief in you. And sometimes that's what it takes. But you're going to have to push. It's just the same thing. Let's go back to Bailey. Let's go back to Holly. Is just because she has Beyonce as a mentor does not mean she's automatically going to be successful. It just means that she has the one of the best, not one of the best entertainer in the world at her fingertips. And it just goes to show how you can be connected. You one person, like it ain't even a one person in between you. It's you and then Beyonce. Like she's in your phone. That's your that's your people. That's who represents you. It don't mean nothing if you don't have a work ethic. It don't mean anything. And some people will say, well, she needs to be signed to somebody else. She needs to be signed to somebody else. That girl give them tools. She gives them what they need. But they are a force together. Her and her sister are a force together. And everybody don't need to go solo. Them girls are great together. And sometimes you got to do the work that it takes for both of y'all to win. Because if the numbers are showing that separate, y'all are terrible and y'all are trash apart as solo artists, then it just makes business sense to stop being hard headed and stop trying to be the exception. And just, y'all, girl, we got to get back in the studio. We just got to get back in the studio. The numbers ain't numbering. You trying all these things and some people are not humble enough to say, I need to be doing this. I need to be just going full pedal to the metal. And that's how a lot of us do. That's how a lot of us do. We just say, well, it's okay. The little small wins, just you showing, at least I showed up. I don't care about that. So what? I'm gonna start treating y'all like you're a grown woman and grown man. You're not 12. You're an adult with a business. I'm proud of you for showing up. I'm proud of you for doing all that, but that's not, yeah, okay, so let's keep going. You still like at least you what? That's what do you are we celebrating least or the most? You're not gonna get far with just the least. That's crazy talk. I don't care about that anymore. You got to build momentum. You got to do what you have to do and stop fronting on yourself and stop flaking on yourself and stop being your own biggest op. You're your own opposition and it's showing. I can't strive with you always. I remember this girl said, I be just looking for you to motivate me. I said, when you gonna do something though? Because motivation is not enough. And if you have to be motivated every day, maybe you don't need to be owning the business. Because there's gonna be days that you ain't gonna have nobody to get you up out of the bed and make you do something. Then what you gonna do? Quit? That's what most people do. Did you know we have a culture of quitting? That's why everything looking the way it's looking. And everybody blaming everybody. Everybody's saying what somebody else is not doing. Well, do you agree? I just feel like, we just they ain't giving us what we. You have a multi-million-dollar business in your head. And you mean to tell me that you're okay with just doing the minimum? I don't care how many degrees you have. Yeah, obviously that doesn't matter anymore. I don't care how many years that you spend doing this, then the third. I don't care how many MBAs you have. I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. What matters is today. What are you doing today to change your life? I can tell you how many degrees I got. I got multiple degrees. So what? None of that matters. If I laid out in the bed, that those degrees are just ain't gonna it's not gonna move one needle in my life. But what does count is how I show up for myself with or without those pieces of paper. That matters. I don't care how many people that you've helped, that you did. I did all these things and I got awards and I was recognized as this in my city and okay, that's marketing. That's to get you exposure. That's good. Yes, you got those. I was top 40 under 40 in Houston, Texas back in 2016. What else do you have? That was 2016. I got the trophy and the picture to prove it. I was snatched that year, baby. So what? That was okay. It was an award. Cool. What is that award gonna do for me today? Nothing. It's 2025. We're going into 2026. We got to keep it moving. Even if I get awarded a TED Talk, cool. That's marketing. That's to bring more awareness my way and more eyes on me. Okay, cool. Now we got to leverage that. We have to market more. You have to build your community. You got to stop dragging your feet and you have to do what it takes and what matters most. And that is to get structure, to get focus, and to move with some level of intent. Intention. What is your intent? A lot of y'all don't even have that. Why are you showing up every day? What is the point? Well, I'm trying. Trying what? Are you trying? Or are you doing? Because children try, adults do. Change the language for goodness sake. Now, either we're going to do it all the way or we're going to go all the way or put the business down. That's why I tell people if you're going to just full loose, fancy free, just put the business up. Just shut it down. For what? I mean, if you're not going to go full throttle, just stop. You're wasting everybody's time. And I love y'all, but this is the truth. We have to be for real. What is your intention? What is your why? What is your push? What is something that pushes you out of bed every single day? What is the point? Well, I just coach, I be trying. It just be so much going on. I be seeing how it's so much bad in the world. Honey, where have you been? It's been so much bad in the world since 2 BC. What is your point? The world been on fire. Ain't nothing changed. They just amplifying it. But it ain't nothing changed. The world's always been on fire. They just cranking it up right now because they got so many changes. There's so much going on. So we know this, but you don't have that same heat for McDonald's. You don't have that same heat for Target. You ain't got that same heat for McDonald's. I mean, for Walmart. You don't have that same heat for Backyard Burger. You don't have that same heat for Olive Garden. You don't have that same heat for Pizza Hut. You consistently call out, run through the drive-through, go have dinner, go to church, go this place and go to the mall and look at their YouTube channel and you don't have no smoke for them. But as soon as you stand up and you say, "Well, how can people just market, girl?" Because we have businesses. Why do y'all say that? Because we're the face of our business. Is that why? You want to be an activist? Go ahead, but show me them numbers at the end of the month. Because that's not bringing nothing but attracting anger and disgust and all these people that want to have panels. You have a business to run. You can talk about all that stuff on your own time, but as for now, you got to get the business rolling. Your numbers are like it's mid November. What's today? November 12th, November 15th. You need to be pulling up your numbers and your cash flow and say, where am I? If all this month you've been talking about nothing but mess, drama, politics, what this person did, how this person helped or harm me, and girl, what they got going on over there, if everything is about what somebody else is doing and not about these numbers, because I'm going to ask you, so what did you do? How did you do? Well, uh, I ain't gonna lie. No, you ain't got the numbers ain't lying. The numbers, the numbers are not gonna lie to me. It's not the numbers are not gonna lie. They're gonna show you exactly what you've been doing all this month. Just been sitting footloose, fancy free, not getting anything accomplished, but just yapping. So you need to step back and say, okay, what is the point? What am I doing? I need to get clear. I need to set some boundaries. I need to go back to my structure. I need to go back to my plan. I need to go back to my calendar. Okay. I need to utilize and leverage AI. Right? I need to understand my market. I need to have conversations with people. I need to set some metrics for myself, some KPIs for myself. I need to get real. I need to have a target of what is it going to take for me to succeed every single day, and how many seeds do I need to sow every day for me to move the needle in my business. Because like I said, the 15th is coming, and then next week is Thanksgiving, which I don't care about because we close deals on Thanksgiving. I don't care. That's why I told people, you still in business. Ain't no holiday for the entrepreneur. I mean, you can go spend time with your family, but like I said, if I'm not where I want to be, I'm gonna get me a plate. I'm gonna hug my family. I'm gonna take a couple of Instagram pictures. You know how we do, put in the stories on this, and then I'm going back to my laptop. And I'm not ashamed to say that. No, you can. First of all, you cannot come in my inbox and say, "Well, coach, you still need to take time for yourself." I'm gonna block you with a smile on my face. I'm gonna say, "You know what? Love you, but you're not gonna do that to me." You gotta have balance, girl. Get off. Gone. What are you saying? While everybody's sleep and getting full, you better be closing some deals in that room, in that at that desk. Holidays ain't never stopped me from closing clients. Are you kidding me? That's when everybody at the house with their feet up. They saying yes, they full. They got food in their bellies. They paying every holiday. I'm telling you, I've gotten sales because people are at home. Y'all better say something up in here. If I see on your post, I didn't do anything today. I just rested. I'm gonna say, how your cash flow? How you doing for the month? And look, you ain't got to broadcast to nobody that you're working. I'm just telling you, I'm working. Everybody know that. Mm-mm. Don't nobody work harder than me in my own business. Are you kidding me? Well, coach, it's just my family is just don't get on my nerves. That's all the more reason why you need to show up. I don't care what your family trauma went through. I don't care how many generational curses that you say you breaking and how it's almost trauma. It's so much trauma. And my ancestors want me to rest. You know, my ancestors want you to get rich. That's what your ancestors want you to do. Your ancestors want you to get rich. I'm so sick of hearing that. My ancestors, they really just want me to rest. You rest when you go to sleep. Go to sleep at night. Go to sleep on time. But when you awake, you better put the pedal to the metal. Your ancestors want you to get rich. That's how you break generational curses, by getting them out of poverty. And when you have been assigned, I'm closing. And when you have been assigned that, when you have been assigned that role, because this is the time in your great awakening, you're not going to have easy. It's not going to be easy for you. I'm telling you, it's not. And anybody that lie to your face when you knew money, this is the price. And it was factored in, all of these economic conditions and all this economic ups and downs and all of that that's going AI and all of that stuff was factored in when you were given the assignment within yourself. When you knew that you were going to be the one. I told my clients that a while back. I said, "Baby, you the one going first. You ain't gonna have it easy. You ain't got nobody in your family that you can go to for help and say, can you please, like, mm-mm. You are your own resource. That's why you build a community. This is why you build a board of advisors. This is when you build mentors and people around you that you can go to and ask for insight. I have people that go for insight. I have millionaires in my phone. And that's why I go hard, because I know what it takes, because I've seen them do it and they have told me. I've even I remember one of my mentors that was in Senegal. She told me on the phone, don't date. She told me don't date. She said, you have a baby. And I'm like, what? This is me. What? I mean, what's wrong with, I mean, he supports me. She told me don't date. She said, you date when you get rich. And I should have listened. Because he took 2 years. I should have been going all in during that time. And it's no dig to him if that was my lack of self accountability and my lack of boundaries. I should have said, hold on, partner. Give me about 4 more years. And I'll just, we're going to circle back around. But no, I ignored that and said, I can have it all. Drama, mess, distractions. Because there's a different caliber that you can. That's a whole nother life. I ain't gonna go into all that. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that there are some things that you're gonna have to just wait on until you get there. That's why you got so many unhappy people in the world, because y'all are trying to do things backwards. Women, you need to wait a minute. Let these men get it together. Let these men figure themselves out. And then you position yourself to be a wife and all this other stuff. I'm not against marriage. I want you to be married. I don't want to get married again. But if you want to get married, the option is there, but you need to get yourself together so that you can choose, or you can allow in the right partner, because you got a sound mind. You don't have a sound mind when you ain't got no money. When a man is broke, he don't have a sound mind. He ain't okay. What makes you think you okay when you ain't got no money? Girl, we just gonna build together. Girl, be quiet. That's crazy. Men need to be getting rich right now. This is their season. They need to be healing right now. I love men. Like I said, I think they're beautiful. I think they're gorgeous. I think they're amazing. They need to get themselves together just like women do. Women, you need to get yourself together too. You ain't no bigger boat that you ain't no better than them. Everybody, this is the great reckoning. Everybody needs to get themselves together. And if you got children, especially if they're little, and you're a single mama, single dad, as you know, the single mamas, you really need to sit your tail down. You need to sit down. Sit your hot tail down I'm 40 plus, so I could talk to you like that. Sit down and get yourself together. Your babies are little. You need to be getting a trust funds together. You have to build wealth. You ain't got no choice. Take you a cold shower, get you a battery operated with something, and sit down and build. I said it. We grown. Meditate and get out the way. I'm outside. Go inside. Get in the house. Are you building? Do you have cash flow? Tell me going to a mixer. I'm going, girl. I'm going over here to what they call them things, them crash dating things, them quick dating things. I don't know what them things called. I don't even go to them. Lord have mercy. Get into the Soul Stacker Writing Intensive, the 6-week group intensive that is helping you to build a monetized community and write your way out. We start on December 2nd. Open enrollment is going on right now. We have multiple payment plans, and you can also pay in full. We have all the options there. But if you are interested in learning more about it, come right on in. Blind dating. Thank you, Arlie. Thank you. Blind dating. And it's another one that they do the tables and stuff when they go into it ain't flash dating. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I don't go to them anyway. I'm going to them anyway. But I'm excited for us. I just want y'all to focus. We have to focus. We have to market more. You have to market more. You got to let people know who you are. That's very important. All right. And this has been another argue with your ego. You know, this has been one of those take your edges kind of podcasts or, lives. But you get my gist. Get in the program. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day, and we will be back tomorrow. Bye. And make sure you subscribe. Bye. Bye, YouTube.